Paul here with Safari Reptiles, and today's video is a video that is way overdue. The clutch that we're going to review today is a clutch that actually hatched out a month ago, but I've just been so busy and I haven't had time to film the babies yet. Now what we have here is the female that was bred. This is a Pastel Yellowbelly. You guys could see she has all those flames going up her sides. She just shed actually, so she's looking pretty good right now. And the sire was actually this animal over here. Now to some of you this may appear to be a normal looking snake, but this is actually a spark, which is a puma maker basically, but it's a pretty nice morph in its own right. You guys could see it has that cool head stamp on its head, and it has really light colors and all those cool alien heads on its sides. So we bred that to the Pastel Yellowbelly. Obviously what we wanted to hit was a Pastel Puma, and we were lucky enough to get one of those. And I'm just gonna take that snake out now to show you. Yes, here it is. Now it honestly doesn't look all that special. I actually have shown you guys this already, and a lot of you thought it was just a Pastel Ivory, but it's actually a Pastel Puma. Now obviously genetically it's a lot different than a Pastel Ivory. Well, there is Yellowbelly in this. This is obviously a Yellowbelly Spark Pastel, and then the Pastel Ivory would be Pastel Yellowbelly, or Pastel Super Yellowbelly. Now this is an allelic animal, which means it acts like a super in the sense that it won't make normals, but unless it's bred to either a spark or a Yellowbelly, it will not be able to reproduce itself. So basically, let's say I were to breed this Pastel Puma to something. Well, first of all the babies would have 50% chance of being pastel, but I would also not get any regular pastels. They would either be Yellowbelly pastels or pastel sparks. So it's genetically powerful in that sense. Now let's try to get a little better look at this thing. Pumas I find are actually better looking than the Pastel Pumas that I've seen thus far, but these tend to color up real nicely in the first couple of months. When this thing was born, it was pretty much all white. You guys could see the head has already begun to change color. And you could see that it has some orange bleeding through at the top of the white, and obviously the yellow stripes, the yellow broken stripes going down its back. Now one of the coolest things about this snake is actually the black eyes with the red pupil. Yeah, you guys can see that pretty well. Let's just... My God, guys, sorry. I am tired today. Let's just sex this snake now. Let me just set the tripod up, and wow, nothing is working right now. Okay, so this snake actually just had its first meal recently. We like to hold off feeding on live as long as we can, but like I said, it's about a month old and it still had not eaten frozen, so we had to give in and feed live, but usually it just takes 1 or 2 live meals before they go on to frozen. So that is the Pastel Puma. So I'm not sure if I like this snake or if I don't like it. Again, genetically it's quite powerful, but it's just not that great looking right now. But the sibling is actually very nice. Actually, the sibling is very mean, but very nice looking. Yeah, guys, we had 2 eggs from a female that was 2 years old, and that male was actually about 10 months old when we bred him. And we were lucky enough in those 2 eggs to hit both a Pastel Puma and a Pastel Spark. Now, you guys can see right away that this thing is just amazing looking. It's really cool what the Spark actually does when it's combined with other genes. You see that really cool Y that connects to the head, and then the head is like a totally different color than the rest of the body. And you guys can see that kind of like explosion of pattern going on right there. So she's actually really mean, this snake. She is a female. I'm actually not gonna sex her on camera for you, just because her first meal was yesterday, and due to the fact that she's a little bit aggressive and the fact that there's a mouse in her, I don't want to, like, you know, rough her up and cause her to regurge or anything like that. But trust me when I say she's a female. So we had really nice odds on our 2 eggs. Honestly, we couldn't have asked for anything better, especially with the fact that the Pastel Spark is just so beautiful. The one thing that would have been nice is if that Pastel Puma was a male, but hey, what could you do? We're actually thinking of selling the Pastel Puma, so if you guys are interested, please let us know. Obviously, it won't be cheap, but, you know, if you guys are interested in getting a genetically very powerful female, let us know. But this is actually the one we're probably going to hold on to. She is just incredible looking. Super mean though, like I said. But yeah, the patterning and the coloring is just insane on this animal. See, some people, they say that you can't tell Sparks apart from like normals or yellow bellies. Well, in my opinion, they're crazy, because if this was a Pastel Yellowbelly, it would be the nicest one in the world probably. But, you know, clearly it's a Spark. Again, one of the telltale signs on the Spark is the faded head, or the head stamp. But, I mean, also the crazy amount of alien head patterning on the sides is what gives it away. So, what's actually cool is that when we keep her back, we may breed her to a Spark in the future, and we can make super Sparks, which look a lot like Pumas, but they actually look nicer in my opinion. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much the video. I just want to end with showing my favorite snake in our collection, which is, of course, the Fire Spider Banana Female. And last time you guys saw her on video, she was actually going through a shed, so her colors didn't show as nice. But yeah, this thing, for an animal that's worth basically close to the same thing that Pastel Puma is worth, knocks it out of the park. I mean, this is such a beautiful animal. And I really like the black dots that are starting to come in. This is actually the banana line, but I really prefer the name of the Coral Glows, because to me, Coral Glow is a more accurate description of these guys. I mean, you know, the pink purple color, and the yellow gets a little bit more orangey as they get older, with those black dots and the purple patterning. That to me looks more like coral than a banana. But anyways, really cool snake. But yeah, that's our little 3 awesome snakes here. Actually, right beside it, we have one of our black pastel butters right here. This is a really nice looking snake too. The top of the head almost looks transparent. Really cool snakes. This right here is our power line. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.